Title: AITA for asking a 47-year-old man who is dating my 22-year-old niece some pointed questions that made him uncomfortable. I live in California. My wife, Norma, has a niece named Lara who wanted to come visit us for a few weeks. She's 22, and I've known her since she was 4. Her dad walked out on the family when she was 8, and she's been very sheltered by her mom ever since. I was totally fine with her visiting. She's a good kid, and our 5-year-old son loves his cousin and really wanted to see her. Then Norma says, and she wants to bring her boyfriend, his 47. I'm 41, Norma is 42. I honestly thought she was joking. When I realized she wasn't, my first reaction was, hell no. A 47-year-old man dating my 22-year-old niece? Absolutely not. Over the next week, Norma and I went back and forth about it. She kept saying, Lara is an adult, her mom is okay with it, and if we don't let him come, we'll just push her away. I eventually agreed to let him stay, but with one condition: if this guy is going to sleep under my roof, I'm going to ask him some questions he might not like. Norma wanted to know what kind of questions, so I laid them out. 1. How did you two meet, and who made the first move? Because if he made the first move on a girl that young, that's already weird to me. 2. Has he been married before? Does he have kids? 3. Why is he dating someone so much younger than him? 4. Is he aware of Lara's history with her father walking out? 5. What's the endgame here? Is he thinking serious relationship? Marriage? Has he thought about what happens if she gets pregnant? I know I'm not her father, but nobody else in her family seems to be asking these questions. Her mother is fine with the relationship, which completely boggles my mind. Fast forward to the visit. Lara and this guy show up. Let's call him Brent. I'm cordial. I help them get settled. We all have dinner. Everything is polite and normal. I don't want to ambush him in front of everyone, so I wait until later in the evening. After dinner, I invite Brent out to the porch for a beer. Just me and him. We sit out there for about 510 minutes making small talk, even chatting about the new Star Wars movies. I'm trying to feel him out a bit and not come off as instantly hostile. Then I start in on my questions. I ask how they met and who made the first move. He answers, but I can already see him tensing up. Then I ask if he's been married and if he has kids. By the second question, he's getting defensive. He tells me this is none of my business. That set me off a bit. I told him, you're staying in my home for a week. I'm allowed to ask you a few questions, and she's my niece. I'm not out of bounds here. He repeats that I'm making him uncomfortable. I replied that I'm uncomfortable having a man in his late 40s who is clearly taking advantage of a very young woman with serious father issues, staying in my house like everything is normal. I basically told him, you can answer my questions and act like you're a stand-up guy, or you can hit the road. He chose the road. He packed up and left. Norma and Lara were both upset with me. They said I acted like a jerk, that I scared him off, and that if Lara is happy, I should just let it go. I was told again that it's none of my business, that Lara is an adult and can make her own choices. For the record, I would absolutely do the same thing if my son, when he's older, brought home someone way older than him. This isn't about gender. It's about a huge power imbalance and someone potentially preying on a vulnerable young person. After the visit, things were tense for a bit. I honestly wasn't sure if I crossed a line. I don't regret protecting my niece, but I did wonder if I'd gone too hard, too fast. Some time has passed since then, and Lara and Brent have broken up. I don't know if my actions had anything to do with it, but I'm glad they're not together anymore. I talked to Lara this morning. She and I are totally fine. She told me she knew my actions came from wanting to keep her safe. I still apologized for how I handled it, because I know it was intense and probably embarrassing for her. Then I asked why they broke up. Turns out, Brent was cheating on his wife with her. Yes, wife. He finally confessed to Lara that he was married and said he would get a divorce for her. He also has 3 kids, all her age or older. That was enough for her, and she dumped him. So now I'm looking back on everything. On one hand, I feel vindicated, because this guy turned out to be exactly the kind of creep I suspected. On the other hand, I did basically corner him on my porch and give him an ultimatum. So am I the asshole for questioning this guy and making him so uncomfortable that he left my house?